What's up, everybody? It is your favorite non-extinct dinosaur, Alexander James. I'm sorry, it has been a while. I've been busy with work, lots of other stuff, and gay pride, which I do not see myself being like a major part of, like I was. But then I should have figured. Even though I didn't volunteer, I still got started doing stuff. Anyway, so if you like what you see, like what you hear, please hit the subscribe button. And you can follow or contact me at the social medias that I will post down in the description. Anyway, so, you know, I made a video for this song. I made a video of this, certain subject, but it was on my phone and now I lost it. Anyway, there was this article back on the 1st of April. Yeah, I know, it's been a month later. So don't worry, there's no in-game, in-game spoilers in this, I'm sorry. I saw it, no spoilers. Anyway, so this is this mom talking about her child being transgender, and that if your kid's transgender, don't take them to the doctor, because the doctors will immediately take them away from you and put them on hormones and force them to change gender. And she also had the audacity to misgender Jazz Jennings over and over, calling her a him. But yet, the kicker is, she was saying she was a supportive mother of her trans daughter, but she didn't specify if her daughter was a boy transitioning to a girl or a girl transitioning into a boy. She just kept saying daughter. My daughter is trans daughter. Didn't really specify, but that's not the issue. But basically, she was saying that if your child's transgender, don't take them to the doctor, because the doctor's just gonna be like, fuck you, bitch, we're putting your kid on hormones because they're transgender, just because they just said that they're transgender. That's not how it works. Because first of all, your kid, if they're under 18, they have no say so, really. You're the parent, you're the one that it gives the hit up, and the doctors are not gonna fucking do something drastically to your child unless the kid was fucking dying. If the kid was dying, of course they're gonna like intervene and be like, fuck you, go fuck yourself, we're gonna save your kid. But if your kid's transgender, or saying, like, questioning that they're transgender, the doctor's not gonna go, oh, you're transgender, let's put you on these hormones right now. No, they're not gonna do that. They're gonna fucking sit down with you and your kid, and you're gonna try to figure out what's best for your child. And, you know, maybe recommend, if you haven't started seeing a therapist yet, to see a therapist first for gender identity. Because to be honest, hormones are not no fucking joke. I mean, if you've been watching my videos from the beginning, you can hear the difference in my voice. Like, this is legit. Sorry, my face itches. Now, I mean, just let your kid be who they are. They could be transgender, they could be non-binary, they could be just questioning if they are or not. Just let them dress however they want to be, let them be them, you know. I mean, it's tough as a parent, I know, I get it. I mean, I have nieces and nephews, and my mom, you know, I'm her baby, I'm her only one, and I'm transgender. I mean, I could not imagine what the first thoughts goes through, or any thought that goes through her head when it comes to me. Itches. So yeah, I mean, but for me, you know, I'm an adult. I know who I am, what I want. You know, get it done. You know, just I'm ready for this. I'm prepped for this because I've been prepping for this for so long. But so I mean, if your kid's 3 years old, let them be them. If the kid's 10 years old, let them be them. You don't have to put them on hormones. Unless it is you feel like they are ready to be on it. If they truly, you know, this is it, and they understand that there is no coming back, because the changes are going to happen and there is no coming back from it. That's what people don't realize. I mean, and they happen pretty quick. I mean, I was amazing. I was amazed how fast the testosterone started working on me. So, I mean, it's like no joke, but, or, you know what, or you can cut your kid a deal. Be like, if you really feel like you need to be on hormones, I'm not okay with it right now because you're so young. When you're 18, you can decide to go on hormones or not. That's all you gotta do. Because once you're 18, your parents have no say-so when it comes to medical help. It's all on you. I mean, because I remember all the way up until I turned 18, my mom could go back to the doctor's office with me. Now, after that, they were like, "No, we don't need you. You just go sit over here. We got Alex." So yeah, I mean, you can do that. Or, you know, like, but just, you gotta make sure that your kid is happy. And that's all that fucking matters. Because if you don't let them be who they are, or discover who they are, then your kid becomes one of the statistics for suicide. And nobody fucking wants that. I mean, there's so much negativity that comes along when you're not yourself, when you're miserable. And you don't want that. You don't want that, because I've been on that end. And it's not a fun place. It's not. So yeah, I mean, it's crazy, because it's my 1 year anniversary since my suicide attempt is vastly approaching, and I'm fucking amazed how well I've progressed. And it's just like, when I hear people just act like fucking retards, be like, my poor baby, and like, they'll never, they're on hormones, and I've had no say-so, and blah, bullshit, bitch. The only time I would think that you would have no say-so is if your kid is fucking 18 and older. But clearly, in this article, you state your child's 14. So, you have legal right to what happens to your kid and what does not happen to your kid. So, yeah, you're a fucking lunatic. And you're not supportive of your trans child. You're just a bitch crying for attention. And that's fucking pathetic. Because that kid, you're probably giving them fucking hell right now. You're probably buying them the gender that they were born as, like the clothes and shit, and making them wear that and not being who they are, which is fucking bullshit. This shit's gotta stop, because there's so many fucking kids out there that are transgender and non-binary, and they need to know that they're safe. They need to feel protected and loved. And when I went to Pride this year, I saw so many trans kids, so many non-binary. It was fucking ridiculous. But it put a warm spot in my heart, because that right there was telling me that these kids are discovering who they are, and they're feeling comfortable being who they are, and that's all that matters. And then, you know what, also piggybacking on the article, there was another article about a transgender woman who was commenting on that article, and she wrote her own article and saying that she does not agree with transgender children, and that you should not allow your kids to be transgender. I'm not gonna sugarcoat things. It's difficult being trans. It really is. You know, you're trying to knit your place in the stone to fit in, and everything you gotta do to become you. The hormones, the surgery, the therapy, the fighting of dysphoria. It's not fun. It really isn't. But we're fucking like soldiers, man. We're warriors, you know, to go through this, because it's tough as fuck. But once you start battling that shit and being who you are, it just, you become such a better fucking person, and you want people want to be around you, because they can see it, they can feel it. You have this like special glow of armor, and then like that pisses me off, because don't let your kid be transgender. Don't. You're making it sound like that being transgender is a bad thing, like it's like it's a cult or a gang or something. Like, like, oh, don't let your kid be, join that transgender gang. They're terrible. They wear, the pink and baby blue and baby pink and white colors. They're terrible. They're just, no. To me, this person is probably a late in life coming out as transgender, which is understandable, because back in the day, nobody understood, nobody knew. Now it is, so it's more common, it's open, it's out on the table, it ain't going nowhere. Whatever fuck Trump tries to do, we're not going nowhere because we're too damn fucking cute. And he's just jealous because, he must become a woman and it ain't gonna happen. I mean, he's already got the vagina, so, he's already halfway there. He's, just, his family won't let him. Sorry. Not out in public now, he's president. But to me, that person is just, I felt like that person's jealous because kids are getting to be who they are. They're getting to transition early. Like, yeah, don't get me wrong, I'm 32. I'm still young, yeah. But I wish I would have started this in my fucking 20s. Like, my early 20s. Because I would have been so much happier. And had such a clear head. But, unfortunately, my deck of cards of life and fate, did not plan out that way. I had to go through a lot of shit to get to where I am, and it fucking sucks. Sorry, my brain's somewhere else tonight. But if you've got kids, or a niece and nephew, someone that's under 18 that's transitioning, or is questioning their identity, support them. Because to be honest, like I said, they're not for sure if they're transgender, they're not for sure if they're non-binary, they're not for sure if they're cisgender. Let them figure it out. Because once you start being yourself, you start figuring out who you are. And I had been trans for like fucking 5 years, or said I was trans for like 5 fucking years before I officially came out. And actually 6 years, yeah, 6 years. Because I started in 2012. But I wasn't out to a lot of people. And yeah, and but at that time it wasn't as, there was like a lot of stigmatism, and so when I couldn't understand, people I tried to talk to were not good role models. But now we have a lot of good role models, and I think that's why you're seeing more children come out, because my generation, us millennials, we've paved the way of not trying to hide shit no more, just being like, here I am, hear me roar, no matter what you are, whether you're fucking straight, cisgender, transgender, fucking gay, lesbian, bisexual, pansexual, it doesn't fucking matter, okay? Just be who you fucking are. Let your kids be who you fucking are. And if they say that they're transgender and they feel that way, let them be that way. Don't rush them on fucking hormones. Get with the doctor. Talk to a gender identity therapist. I did. Before I started hormones, because I wanted to make sure that me not so loco, because you want to make sure you are in a clear state mentally before you start physically transitioning, because it's definitely a massive change, and like, it's crazy. Every week I'm so different than what I was the week before, and it's so fucking crazy. But you have to excuse my voice because I'm still dropping. It's starting to drop again, and it's crazy. Anyway, that's all I have to say. Just don't be a bitch like that fucking trans person saying don't let your kids transition. I mean, I get it, where they're coming from, because it's fucking hard. But to be honest, there's so much advancement going on right now, and there's so much that is done before you start taking hormones that, oh, my eye itches, that you don't need to put your kid on fucking hormones right away. You can be like, okay, you dress however you want to fucking dress, but if you want to be on hormones, let's get you with a therapist first, or wait until you're 18, because 18 you're an adult. I have no say so. Just don't be a dick to your kid. Respect them, love them, keep them safe, make them feel loved. Let them know that you're there and that you support them no matter what. Well, that's all I have to say for this video. I'm gonna go back. No, whatever it was I was doing. Until next time, remember, love one another. We're all equal. Doesn't matter if you're cisgender, transgender, gay, lesbian, bisexual, pansexual, straight. How to do that? Theater kid, non-theater kid. We're all fucking same. One love. We're all equal. Peace out. Maybe.